What's up YouTube, this is Mathis97, and welcome to episode number 17 of my WWE 2K15 Universe Mode. And here we are, we're kicking things off with Cody Rhodes making his way down to the ring. He's here to address the WWE Universe on the state of his career. Of course, we're coming off the Royal Rumble. This is the first episode of SmackDown following the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. And man, a lot went down at the pay-per-view. Of course, Ryback retained his Intercontinental Championship against the Big Show. And we know Cody Rhodes, he's been gunning for that Intercontinental Championship in the past. So, well, I think that might be what he's here to address. But we're just going to have to wait and see. I'm getting real sick and tired of not getting things done here. Not accomplishing everything that I've set out to accomplish here on Friday Night SmackDown. It was over 9 months ago that at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, I thought I was ready to capture the Intercontinental Championship. But then Christian beat me. He pinned me in that matchup. And then it was months ago that I defeated Christian in a one-on-one match. True, he may not have been the Intercontinental Champion anymore, but he was my rival, and I had finally defeated him. I had finally overcome the obstacle that was standing in my way of becoming Intercontinental Champion. So I thought I was ready. I thought I was ready for an Intercontinental Championship match. But then, at the TLC pre-show, I couldn't do it. I couldn't cut it. And here I stand tonight before you, the WWE Universe, a failure. Because I have failed at every single thing that I have set out to achieve here in Universe Mode. But that ends tonight. Ryback, I am issuing you a challenge. At the Elimination Chamber, I want a match against you for that Intercontinental Championship. I don't care who I have to defeat. I will do whatever it takes to prove myself to you that I am a worthy challenger for your title. So what's it going to be, Ryback? Will you accept my offer? Well, I'll tell you what, Cody. I've admitted it in the past, and I'll say it again. You've impressed me with your performances in the past, Cody. And I'll admit, the big guy wants to have a match with Cody Rhodes for the Intercontinental Championship. But the big guy also has to admit that you're not exactly the top challenger on the big guy's list. There's 4 weeks until the Royal Rumble. There's 4 episodes of SmackDown until then. So I'll tell you what, if you can win your matches, all 4 of your matches leading up to the Elimination Chamber, I'll face you for the Intercontinental Championship. But here's the catch. If you lose any one of those matches, whoever defeats you will instead face me for this Intercontinental Championship. So from the bottom of my heart, Cody, I wish you the best of luck, because I would like nothing more than to face you for this Intercontinental Championship. Alright, well, Ryback has thrown down the challenge, and wow, look at this. Cody Rhodes, his first opponent in what could possibly be a series of 4 matches. If all goes well for Cody Rhodes, he's got a tough task in front of him here tonight, as he's gonna go one-on-one with Rey Mysterio. And Rey Mysterio, of course, his history is well documented. Although in Universe Mode, he's been struggling to really find his spot here on the SmackDown roster. But of course, Rey Mysterio at the Royal Rumble, he challenged for the World Heavyweight Championship, but unfortunately, he was unsuccessful. He wound up losing that matchup in the triple threat against Orton and Mark Henry. So we've yet to find out who is going to be in the Elimination Chamber for the World Heavyweight Championship at the next upcoming pay-per-view. But right now, Cody Rhodes, he can't be looking towards the Elimination Chamber right now. He's got to focus on his opponent here tonight, because it's as Ryback said, not only if Cody Rhodes loses does he not get an opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship, but whoever he loses to will take his place and will get to face Ryback at the Elimination Chamber. So that's just going to be a bit of added incentive for Cody Rhodes' opponents here this upcoming month. Oh, that's even if Cody Rhodes can get past Rey Mysterio. Because we know Rey Mysterio, formerly in a tag team with Sin Cara, although Sin Cara was sidelined with a bit of an injury. Hopefully he'll be able to come back, make a return here to team up with Mysterio sometime in the near future. But, you know, that was of course against the Wyatt family when they lost. They were unsuccessful in their tag team title match. But Rey Mysterio, you know, he managed to pick up a victory in a non-title match over Mark Henry, which is how he made it to the Royal Rumble for that triple threat matchup. Of course, he was unsuccessful there. So now maybe Rey wants to take a crack at the Intercontinental Championship. Maybe try his luck. See if he can win the big one there. But Cody Rhodes right now, oh, nice counter into a suplex, taking Rey Mysterio down. But Cody Rhodes, of course, on the other hand, he has been, you know, he's been struggling as well. Yeah, for a while there, he was on a bit of a, he was on the rise, of course, back when he defeated Christian back in October, and I mean, that took a while for Cody Rhodes. I mean, of course, we got to remember the well-documented rivalry that Christian and Cody Rhodes had in WWE 13 earlier in the year. But of course, Cody Rhodes, you know, he got that victory, but then in the Survivor Series tag team matchup, he was on the losing team at TLC on the pre-show. He lost to Big Show and failed to become #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. But luckily, if Cody Rhodes was looking to face Ryback, he's got another chance because Big Show lost at the Royal Rumble. So Ryback's still a champ. Cody Rhodes could very well have one more opportunity. But he's got to go through Rey Mysterio tonight. And Mysterio so far seems to be, you know, in control in this one right now. It's a Hurricanrana there, out onto the floor, taking Cody Rhodes down there. But of course, Cody Rhodes, he has been struggling, but this could be his opportunity. This could be an opportunity for Cody Rhodes to shine and to get that Intercontinental Championship opportunity. As you can see, we're at a 5 count now. Rey Mysterio back in the ring here. Referee now at a 6 count. Cody Rhodes, he's taking a bit of a breather there on the outside because, I mean, right now he's in trouble. Rey Mysterio seems to have his number right now. So Cody Rhodes just kind of needs to slow down the pace of the matchup and turn it into more of a mat-based kind of wrestling matchup, because that's where Rey Mysterio, that could be his weak point. If you let Mysterio quicken the pace and get to the top rope, then Mysterio is going to beat you 9 times out of 10. But Cody Rhodes, oh, look at this nice power slam there, using Rey's own momentum against him, and now he's got Rey Mysterio down. And this is where Cody Rhodes is going to want Mysterio. He's going to want him down on the mat and not up on that top rope, not somewhere where he can use his legs and run around that ring and build up a full head of steam, because that's when Cody Rhodes, well, he's going to be in a bit of a disaster there. Oh, swinging neck breaker, taking Mysterio down. There he goes into the cover. That's not even a 1 count, as Mysterio's foot was under the ropes, forcing a rope break. And Mysterio now counters an Irish whip. Rhodes goes off the ropes, but a running bulldog as he manages to use his own momentum in his favor that time and counter Mysterio there. Now look at this, knee right to the side of the head of Mysterio, taking the luchador down. And Cody Rhodes now. Mysterio now, DDT there, as Mysterio quick to get back to his feet and catch Cody Rhodes napping there. And that's why Cody Rhodes is going to have to keep a close eye on Mysterio, never let his guard down, because Mysterio can fire off a quick move just like that. And look at this, drop kick right there into the turnbuckle. Nice move there from Rey Mysterio, as he's picking Cody up now. Mysterio, there's a kick right to the gut. Oh, look at this. Mysterio, he's going for a sunset flip here, and he hits it. He's got Cody Rhodes down. That's a 1 count. Rhodes counters. Mysterio's in trouble. 2 and oh, Mysterio manages at the last second to kick out there. Cody Rhodes almost had him. Oh, and now a nice wheel kick right to the face of Cody Rhodes. And Mysterio's looking to go springboard. Oh, but Cody Rhodes just manages to roll out of the way just in the nick of time. And now he's going for it, maybe going for the Alabama Slam, but Mysterio, beautiful counter there by Mysterio, dropped down to the mat, not allowing Cody Rhodes to lift him up for the Alabama Slam. And Mysterio now, the match is in his favor. He's got Cody Rhodes reeling. This could be Mysterio's opportunity to put him away. Nice DDT there, taking Cody Rhodes down. And Mysterio, what's he going to do next? as it almost seems like he's just kind of messing with Cody Rhodes right now, just toying with him, playing a little bit of mind games. Cody Rhodes, foot under the rope, that's going to force a rope break. And Cody Rhodes right now, he's in trouble. Mysterio's got the upper hand. Oh, but a nice elbow to counter there from Rhodes. And now Rhodes, he's got a roll-up. He's got Mysterio stacked on his shoulders, but Mysterio counters. And now look at this, into a bridge. There's a cover. Not quite a 2 count as Cody Rhodes. He's going to counter. And Cody Rhodes into a backslide. Could have Ray here. This could be it, but no, Mysterio kicks out. Mysterio just manages to stay alive there. And here's Rhodes. He's got Ray. Oh, a nice silver spoon DDT. And Mysterio's head looks like he's busted open there. Possibly. I mean, it's hard to tell under that mask, but I think he may have just been cut. And now Cody Rhodes. He's got Ray. Look at this. Oh, drops him right down. A reverse suplex, dropping Mysterio face first. And Cody Rhodes. Mysterio's in trouble now. Cody Rhodes taking a bit of a second to just kind of wait for Mysterio to make it back to his feet. Not expend energy where he doesn't need to. And now Mysterio takes Rhodes down. Oh, this is not looking good. I think Rey Mysterio maybe looking to dial up 619. But Cody Rhodes counters. Beautiful elbow right to the back of the head. Or the side of the head, I should say. Now look at this. Alabama slam. Taking Rey Mysterio down. Cody Rhodes could have him here. Oh, but he's not wasting any time. He's looking to make sure Rey Mysterio stays down. Off the Alabama slam. Cody Rhodes crossroads, and he hits it. And that could do it. Cody Rhodes, there's a cover. Oh, but he was a bit careless there. He was a bit too quick to the trigger. And Rey Mysterio was able to get a rope break. Good ring presence there from Mysterio. But Cody Rhodes, he was a bit too anxious, a bit too over anxious. Look at this, Mysterio into a Hurricanrana. He's got him. And kick out there from Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, that's like I was saying, you can't afford to let your guard down even for a second, because Rey Mysterio, just like that, almost put Cody Rhodes away there. Cover again, one, but a kick out by Cody Rhodes. As this is not looking good for Cody Rhodes. Seemed to let his aggression get the better of him. But look at this, he's got Rey again, crossroads center of the ring. And Rey Mysterio, he's not going to be getting a rope break to this one if Cody can just get the cover. And there he goes, drapes the arm. 2 count, and Cody Rhodes has done it. Cody Rhodes, he almost missed his chance. He almost lost his opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship. But luckily enough, Cody Rhodes managed to pull out a second crossroads before it was too late. And Cody Rhodes has scored a major victory here tonight. And his road to WrestleMania begins here tonight, as he's got the victory. He just needs to win 3 more matches, and he could be facing Ryback at the Elimination Chamber for the Intercontinental Championship. So Cody Rhodes, his journey begins here, as we can see that crossroads, that second crossroads. This time he had caught Mysterio in the center of the ring, and Cody, that took everything he had to get the win in that one. But nonetheless, Cody Rhodes did manage to get the victory, and he can survive another week. But the question is, can he survive another 3 weeks? Who will his next 3 opponents be, if it even comes to that? I mean, he could very well lose next week. We don't know. But as you can see, we're taking a look at the rest of the match card. William Regal had defeated Damien Sandow. Luke Harper defeated The Big Show. And Sheamus, the Celtic Warrior, defeats the Ayatollah of Rock and Roll, Chris Jericho. Okay, I gotta be a little less extreme with that whole Ayatollah Rock and Roll thing. But anyway, this is a big night for this young woman, as Tamina Snuka makes her Universe Mode debut. We saw Paige make her Universe Mode debut last episode on Main Event, where she scored the victory over Cameron. And tonight, Tamina Snuka will go one-on-one with Natalya. So this will be no easy task for Tamina Snuka. A bit of a trial by fire in her debut here. But of course, before we move on into this matchup, if you saw earlier on, our main event for this evening is going to be the Primetime Players team up to take on the Usos. So we'll see how that one goes down. But here we go. Making her way down to the ring, Natalya, who was of course unsuccessful in her Divas Championship opportunity against Summer Rae at the Royal Rumble. She lost, and now she's looking to rebound here tonight in this match against Tamina Snuka. So this is a must-win situation, I would say, for both of these two divas. As Natalya coming off that title loss, if she wants to get back in the title picture anytime soon, she can't afford to take too many more losses. As now we can see Tamina Snuka, nice Irish whip, sending Natalya over there into the corner, and Tamina Snuka, beautiful hip toss, taking Natalya down. But this is going to be an interesting matchup. We've got two second-generation divas, as we've got Tamina Snuka, of course, the daughter of Jimmy Superfly Snuka. And we've got Natalya, who, of course, is the daughter of Jimmy Anvil Neidhart. Why do I feel like she's the granddaughter? I feel like I might have just messed that up. I don't think I did, though. Anyway, so, regardless, we've got two divas who have wrestling in their blood. I mean, they were born into this business, so it's going to be interesting to see how these two square off and how that's going to come into effect. As we could see a very good matchup between these two, because they know wrestling inside and out. But at the same time, we don't know what Tamina Snuka brings to the table. This is her debut, so we're going to have to, this is a bit of an opportunity for all the other divas in the locker room to kind of scout Tamina, see what she's worth, what she's got here on Friday Night SmackDown. But, of course, Natalya, on the other hand, been on that, she was on a very good winning streak for quite a while. But that loss against Summer Rae at the Royal Rumble could very well derail her momentum. So I think if there's ever a time that Tamina Snuka would want to face Natalya, I think now is that time. And look at Tamina. Oh, counter there from Natalya into a nice swinging neck breaker. And here's Natalya now. She's got Tamina, but Tamina counters. And look at this. Oh, look at the power, the strength of Tamina as she takes Natalya down with an electric chair there. And of course, Tamina, I mean, just look at this woman. Just look at the physical size, the strength that she possesses. Hitting an electric chair on Natalya. That's where this is going to be kind of interesting, because both of these divas, it would seem, they've got power moves in their arsenal, but at the same time, they can have a little more of a technical side. We did see Tamina hit a bit of a drop kick earlier. So, and of course, she's the daughter of Jimmy Superfly Snuka, so you'd got to think she's got some high-flying ability in her moveset. There's a cover on Natalya, 2 count, but a kick out. Natalya stays alive. So it is going to be interesting. We don't know what to expect from Tamina. I mean, that's just kind of some like predictions as to just what to expect, just from what we know in her name and what we can see here tonight. But right now, Natalya with a Michinoku driver, taking Tamina down. There's a cover, but only a 1 count. Tamina powers out. So, that's sort of enough guessing as to what Tamina is going to bring to the table. I guess all we can do now is just watch and see what she can do here against Natalya. She's going for a DDT, but Natalya, beautiful counter into a side Russian leg sweep there. And Natalya now picking Tamina up. She appears to be in control, but just as I say that, Tamina counters and plants Natalya face first. So here we go now. Both two divas, it's a bit of a back and forth contest to this point. Natalya, she's got Tamina up here. Oh, and look at the strength of Natalya. Look at this vertical suplex. Just look at the strength, and she hits it. Just when that happens, all the blood just rushes straight to your head, and it just does that much more damage. That's got to be my favorite move in Natalya's arsenal, is that standing vertical suplex. But Tamina out of nowhere hits a super kick, and I think she may just kick Natalya's head off, and that's it. Natalya, she could very well be on the verge of a downward spiral, losing to Summer Rae at the Royal Rumble, and now losing to Tamina in Tamina's debut match here tonight. But wow, what a performance from Tamina. I mean, just out of nowhere with that super kick. So she's got a bit of explosiveness to her as well, as we see right there. She just instantly just hits that super kick. Natalya never saw it coming, and that was it. Tamina Snuka with that powerful kick to the face, to the jaw of Natalya. That did it. Knocked her out cold. And Tamina what a huge statement here tonight. What a debut for Tamina Snuka. She went right after Natalya and picked up a victory. So this is a huge statement match for Tamina and a huge debut. I'm very excited to see what Tamina can bring to the table here in the future of Universe Mode. But it's time to move on to the main event, as it is the Prime Time Players taking on the Usos. Things could get very Uso crazy here tonight, as the Prime Time Players last week on SmackDown challenged the Wyatt family for the tag team titles. However, they were unsuccessful. As you can see, they do not have the gold around their waist. However, this could be, if they could get a victory here against the Usos, could be a good first step in trying to rebound to get back in the tag team title hunt. But as for right now, the Usos, for recently they had been, they haven't debuted all that long ago. They're still fairly new to the series, but this could be a big opportunity to beat the former #1 contenders for the tag team titles in the Primetime Players, a well-established team by this point, as they've, of course, Primetime Players made their debut back prior to SummerSlam, and, in their first month, they almost became #1 contenders for the tag team titles. But, they have been unsuccessful in achieving tag team gold, but they've still been in the hunt, basically, their entire careers. So this would be a huge victory for the Usos here tonight if they could defeat the Primetime Players. But at the same time, there could very well be a bit of dissension brewing between the Primetime Players, as they've had several opportunities to challenge for the tag team titles, especially, we take it back to Survivor Series, their frustrating loss to the Wyatt family thanks to tons of funk or the main event players, as they ambushed them before the match could begin and cost them their opportunity. And then, of course, TLC, they defeated the main event players to become #1 contenders, but, however, they were unsuccessful in their opportunity. So after all that time, when they had their fair 2-on-2 matchup against the Wyatts, they were still unsuccessful in achieving the gold. So, they could be at a very frustrating point in their careers. If they've had 2 opportunities now with the tag team titles, and they've lost them both. So, I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see how they deal with that loss, how they rebound from it. But as we can see right now, big clothesline there from Jey Uso, who's going to make a tag into Jimmy Uso here. So right now it's Titus O'Neil, Jimmy Uso here in the ring. Titus O'Neil, of course, the powerhouse of the Primetime Players. Sort of the one superstar in this matchup that doesn't exactly really fit in with, his style is completely different from the other 3. As we've got the Usos, of course, they're high-flying, really fast-paced offense. Darren Young is about somewhere in the middle. I mean, he can hit some high-flying moves, but he can also use a bit of a power offense, as we've seen in the past. He's got, he's got strength that you wouldn't expect out of him. But, of course, he's a very technical-based wrestler as well. And just like I've said in the past, he's just got, the little fine details that his moves have, just the fine details he focuses on, really make him a true technician, a true master in that ring. As right there, point of the elbow right to the face of Jimmy Uso. So Darren Young could probably keep pace with the Usos for a short period of time. However, and for the Primetime Players' sake, they're going to want to keep this a more slower-paced matchup. Try to ground the Usos, not allow them to quicken the pace, to get to the top rope, hit those high-flying moves, and just run around that ring. And, of course, Titus O'Neil, I should say, he's got a more power-based offense. He's more of a slower-paced, methodical style of wrestling there in that ring. But as we can see, nice back suplex there from Jimmy Uso. Darren Young in a bit of trouble here, as the Usos right now appear to have the clear-cut advantage. And here we go, Jimmy Uso, Samoan drop, taking Darren Young down there. And Jimmy Uso right now, the Usos are in clear control in this matchup. Look at this. Darren Young now, he's got Jimmy Uso. Uso made a bit of a mistake there. Darren looking to capitalize. Belly-to-belly suplex. Taking Jimmy Uso down. And of course, for Darren Young, he's going to want to try to get the Usos in the Primetime Players corner. He doesn't want to be in the corner of the Usos. That's not going to not going to benefit him at all. Oh, nice suplex there. Nice reverse suplex there from Darren Young. But Jimmy Uso back to his feet with a nice counter. And Jimmy now, beautiful snap suplex there, taking Darren Young down. And here's Jimmy Uso now, dragging Darren Young away from Titus O'Neil. It's a smart strategy. You want to isolate Darren Young. You want to divide and conquer. That's the strategy in these tag team matchups you want to take in order to achieve victory. And Darren Young now, once again, with that elbow right to the face of Jimmy Uso. And Jimmy Uso's been in that ring for quite a while now. He might want to make a tag fairly shortly if he wants to try to get back in this thing. Oh, big kick right there to the face of Darren Young. And Jimmy Uso, he's getting fired up here. He could be looking to go for something big, but Darren Young counters, sends him off the ropes, and he's got him. But wait a minute, Jimmy Uso with a roll-up here. Could have Darren. 2 counts, and now Darren Young just barely manages to kick out there. And wow, that Ayatollah of rock and roll thing I did earlier is really taking a toll on me. That was a terrible idea, especially if I'm planning to do more commentaries after this. That was a horrible idea. I don't know what I was thinking. But look at this. Oh, another counter there from Jimmy Uso. And Jimmy Uso now, he's got Darren Young staggered. And look at this. Oh, he's got him in the corner. Jimmy Uso, what's he looking to do here? Oh, he's firing up the WWE Universe. What a move there from Jimmy Uso. Darren Young, he's out of it right now. There's a cover. Not even a 2 count. Darren Young kicks out. And Jimmy Uso now takes Darren Young down once again. And now, oh, he went for Titus O'Neil. Got a bit overzealous there. And Titus O'Neil pulled down the rope and sent Jimmy Uso flying, using Jimmy Uso's own momentum against him. Now look at Jimmy. He's got Titus. Oh, right into those steel steps. And Jimmy Uso now, this is his opportunity to put Darren Young away. As he hits a DDT there. Caught Darren Young as he was getting into the ring. And now Jimmy Uso, he could be looking for the splash, and he hits it. Cover. 1, 2, 3, and he does it. Titus O'Neil couldn't make it in the ring in time to break up the pin. And that's a victory for the Usos. So that's a big-time victory there for Jimmy and Jay Uso as they get a victory over the former #1 contenders for the tag team titles. And as for the primetime players, that's just another crushing defeat. I mean, can they rebound from that loss? Can they rebound from this loss here tonight? As you know, something just seems to be a bit off. Their chemistry doesn't appear to be quite the same as it used to be. But anyway, that's it for this episode of Universe Mode. I want to thank you all for watching, and if you enjoyed, I mean, the Usos seem pretty fired up. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and as always, keep on YouTubing.